What's the scariest thing about becoming a dad?
Parents' evening.
Well, obviously not killing the baby, I feel like outweighs having to sit in a school.
No. I don't hate parents even.
You have a kid and you're 32 and I have one at 29.
Yeah,
so
in my 30s and I'm enjoying my life and you're at home. How are you going to play football on a Sunday morning when you've got a kid walking around?
Lewis does it every week.
Because his missus looks after it.
He's going to have a missus.
10 minutes, come on.
You know when you're younger, right, and you start wearing like boy pants, right, then you change.
You mean boxes?
Were you wearing thongs and knickers up into
You mean boxes, right?
Were you wearing
part of this question?
No, I just said, you know when you change from pants to boxes, yeah?
You said boy pants.
You shut his pants the other day.
You did.
Oh, that's also
Welcome to BourneHub, the fastest growing podcast on the internet. I'm Ty, I'm here with Kieran. We have Dan Locke.
Hello.
We have Matt Locke.
Hello.
And we have Dan Richards.
Hello.
We were so close to a full house until Mike pulled out.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen.
Because COVID's still a thing apparently. No one knows the topic, do they?
Nope.
I'm hoping everyone's got one. Like, it can be related.
This podcast is
I know-
about secret boyfriends. Everyone.
No, this one
Only one?
is about
I don't have one.
dads,
Oh.
daddies, whatever you want to call it.
You got a dad or not?
Yeah,
He did?
it did.
He's in the mud.
What's going on there?
Well, he
Do you
died.
need-
Passed away.
Don't say.
Can we do mums instead?
You can answer for mums.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone with a dad will answer for their dad.
I have a stepdad.
Okay,
Yeah, well, there you go.
Just put a father figure in your head for any questions that come.
Fair enough.
Oh, you know what? I was so concerned putting that for Father's Day.
Morgan Freeman in your head.
Yeah, it's
I was
fine,
thinking
it
of my
still works.
favourite.
There was an
Favourite.
audible silence.
What make him cry?
No, it's because
Maybe.
I know them two know, so they're probably like.
Yeah, I was there like, hang on a minute, you like, we all have one. And I was like,
So I guess how would you know?
This
We don't
one's,
talk about them.
I was literally just thrown.
So this one's about stepdads and dads.
Yeah.
and
Boom.
potentially mums.
Well, to be fair, part of me thought if you type in BourneHub and then dads, I thought it might be a good connection as well.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe.
that's clever.
But then
To be
also,
honest,
Oh, maybe
Step siblings would be better.
maybe next
Yeah,
week
step siblings would be better.
we should do something like busty teens.
And we should do it on the podcast.
But yeah, and also
I
by
haven't
the
heard that
time this
one.
comes out, Father's Day would have just happened, so that's where
yeah.
What, next year?
Oh, so optimistic Edison then.
Right, the first one.
He's
Ran
my
away.
father figure.
We ready?
Yep. Let's do it.
What's the scariest thing about becoming a dad? So actually, a lot of these questions are about you probably being a dad more than anything. So, what's the scariest thing about becoming a dad? And it's between Kieran and Dan Locke.
Right.
So, no one is a dad here, yeah?
Not yet.
Not, yeah, we know.
The scariest thing about becoming a dad has got to be, I'd say, it might be an easy answer, but like completely messing up. Like
Fucking
the,
up.
the early, yeah.
Feeding it drugs or something.
Yeah, just doing something
That's
you're
a
not
bit.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
That could
I agree,
happen.
because there's a lot of things that you don't know
Yeah.
about.
I think you need to be more
I was going to
specific.
say, isn't that just like...
I think
No,
that's
I-
too
no,
too
not
obvious.
as in like being a bad dad. I mean like doing something to the baby when it's young that you don't know, like feeding a dog chocolate, but
Yeah.
for baby.
Dropping it on its
Sometimes
head.
you lie
Yeah.
down the wrong way, like the
Yeah,
legs will go
yeah.
weird.
I think
Oh
it's
yeah, yeah. Then
sensible.
they have to lie on like their left side and then their right side and then on their back for
And
like
they
2
can-
hours at a time.
I
Well,
didn't know that.
They
So
can
like,
choke
yeah.
really easy, that's why you got to smack them.
What have you been doing with these babies?
No.
No, that's kind of crazy actually.
You know, you have to... Cause
Yeah,
you know,
if they
can
choke.
And you have to birth them.
Choke on what?
You've got to blow... Alright. It's because your dad did that. So
I hope you're not talking. That's not very nice.
Died in prison.
That's also not true.
yeah, they're like,
I don't know what story to believe.
Yeah. No.
Right, okay, have you got one?
Yeah, I've thought of one. Parents' evening.
So mine's what? I thought it was going to be the worst about yourself. You're saying the worst thing about having kids.
You've had a day at the yard or in the office, wherever you decide to work, and you want to get home and just sit and watch the football. Tuesday night, Champions League night. But you've got a 6 to 7 shift in the school hall.
Oh, you can still make it back for Champions
Meeting
League.
Miss Timms and the English teachers. That has got to be the worst thing.
You sold a proper story.
That's good. Yeah.
I think he wins. Though.
Yours
Yours was so broad.
Well, obviously not killing the baby, I feel like outweighs having to sit in a school.
No. I don't hate parents even.
God, no, you're already
The mum is getting sent to that.
When the mum's working and she's like, you've got to go to parents' evening this time, and that's that. You know it's going to happen to all of us.
Yeah, but there could be some fit teachers.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and the women. What the hell?
You said that yourself.
Are we voting then, or are we
Yeah,
I think it's unanimous.
not killing the baby, or just going to parents?
Parents
I
even.
think we all could have thought about those.
The baby probably deserved it.
Killing the baby. Things like actually
Everyone's
having to
thought
parent
about
a
it.
Kid seems like a nightmare. So yeah, parents evening.
Yeah, I'm voting for Dan. Yours was too broad. for
Yeah,
me
it was
as
too
well.
broad. If you went more specific.
And in fairness, like there is a concrete thing like what to do with a baby. There's no explanation of what's
Parents'
parenting.
evening,
Yeah, so true.
yeah,
You
I'll
just
still
sit
fly
there.
it.
Right, next one.
Gonna be such a good dad.
Oh, what, this is really bad, this one or something.
Well, the question is, what's the best story you have about your dad?
It's me, innit?
He's really choking up.
And you were first, so unless you want to pass on.
We have some good stories.
Yeah,
There we go.
I don't know how, like, if you don't mind me asking, how old?
I have a good story. Oh, but it's not even that good. It's just a funny story.
We were in year 11.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not. It's good, but it's
So
not
you have
that.
stories.
It's
Oh,
fun.
okay, so you're
it's
up.
funny, but it was.
Just tell the story.
Boom. Right.
He had plenty.
Oh,
of
yeah, the scenery, London dungeons. You go into this room. This is like, I was shitting myself at the time, but it's like good, fun looking back, if you know what I mean. We're in this room. There's one window in the corner, and there's like everyone sat. It's like a pub, and everyone's sat around the side. And there's someone talking in the middle. You're like, so you're like listening to her. She's like, yeah, focus on me, focus on me. I'm sat right next to this window, and she's just, I don't know what. She's talking about random shit, and literally I'm just sat there. Yeah, I was like 12. I don't know. And I'm just sat there, and then this guy just jumps out of the fucking window, screaming in my face. I'm literally crying. I'm shitting myself. Well, it was Jack. It was Jack the Ripper, but like obviously not.
Oh, mate,
Actually,
Do you know what I'm on about? He literally like out the window.
I
And he
went
just
there
fucking
for a
screamed.
second time, and I was still scared
Yeah,
about
But
it.
I was sat
it's strobe-
next to the window.
So
like,
it's strobe lighting as well.
yeah, it was literally there.
Yeah, basically the first time I went, we were all like, oh, this is a bit scary. We went through nearly the whole thing, like, this is alright. Got to the last one, exactly that. They put you in a massive
comes
room.
out like-
Everyone stands on the edge of the room, and there's only a section of 3 people that get to experience that, and I was so happy it wasn't
Mate,
me.
it was I
I'm
was
so happy
fucking
it wasn't.
petrified. But it's a fun story to look back on. That's mine.
What did that have to do with Dad?
He was
Well, he was there. My dad, oh, sorry, my dad took me. My
Is your
dad
Jack
took
the
me.
Ripper?
No, sorry, my dad took me.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a nice story.
Yeah. I feel bad because I'm facing you now, and I feel bad if I try and win this
Yeah.
one.
Wait, is it you?
Yeah, it's me versus
Oh,
you.
fuck. Oh, we made a channel together.
Well, yeah. So my go-to, he's got a few. My go-to's got nothing to do with me though. So if
Ooh.
we're happy to count.
I think he
that. It's a
loses
story
already.
About, it's
Well,
a
we'll
story
see.
about him.
We'll see.
Oh, I
What
guess
was
it,
the question?
what, is it not your best memory
Best
with
memory.
them?
Well,
What's the
just
best
one
story you have about your dad?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
yeah, that's fine
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
So
you
really,
think
I might
you
just
were-
beat you by your dad's
On a
got-
technicality.
Because your dad wasn't mentioned.
No, he was there though.
If it was the best story
Are you
about
sure
the
he
lunch
was
and
there?
No,
dungeons-
we took the train up and he got drunk on the train. Come on. He was definitely there.
He got
Like, that's so
on the
harsh.
train with his kids.
You can't say that. Yeah.
Right here.
It's good if you can't see this.
You know, to be fair,
Too high there for
He
this.
was driving.
to be fair, he's got to spend the day with him.
That's so horrible.
Right.
I think you should do your story now, Ty.
Yeah, right. My story. So, I'll try and remember it because it's him telling me the story when he was younger. I don't know if I might have told you, but if not, just play along. So, he's playing. This is in like his prime, late 30s, playing Little Down football. Six-a-side. Okay, so he's playing with all his mates, his old boys.
Not football classic.
They're playing, it's fun, and I don't know if you know, mate, he's quite an
Yeah.
very out there.
Yeah.
And he's like down a football pitch, like he's played like for Australia before, like with Italy, and going to the Italians like that, and like grabbing his balls and stuff. Like just everyone hates him when he plays. Like he'll foul, he's really dirty. So he's playing against this lad, and he's playing against a striker who's a centre half. Apparently quick, small lad, but like nippy, and he's not really taking it round him, but he's playing all right. Dad at the time had really long nails for some reason this day, so the guy spun my dad, and he's just grabbed him by the face and yanked him on the floor. The guy's come up and he just cut like his whole face, like Wolverine just attacked him, bleeding heavy, not kicking off, but it's like, mate, he's down. The centre half from their team comes over. He went, "Mark me then, big boy." It's his brother, and this guy's apparently a big lad. So the game's carrying on. Ball's come back down the other end. The centre half, who's now playing up top, has just gone BAM! Knocked him out from behind. Dad's hit the deck, wakes up, and it's all kicking off. Like, punches being thrown. It looks like absolute chaos. All 12 men are just brawling here. Dad wakes up and he's kicking off. All the other games
gets up and starts brawling.
All the other games had to stop to try and stop the fight. And like, if you're watching a fight, you're not getting involved either. The ref weren't getting involved, so they had to call the police. It took like a while for it to settle down. It's all kicking off.
A little down.
I know, little down football. It's all kicking off.
Conveniently very close to the hospital.
Yeah.
Well, you got on a scrap as well, so like you're quite like it.
Well, yeah. Getting scrap. Eventually calms down after a while. The ref calls him over. Right, lads, we'll settle down. Right, everyone go shake hands now.
They line them all up, didn't they?
In my eyes, like, dreadful.
Don't do that.
Just forget it. Just go home. It's like six-a-side football. Don't need to shake hands if it's just kicked off like it has. Like, it's not pushing and shoving. It's trying to knock teeth out. So walking down this line, they're all shaking hands. It's actually going all right. Shaking hands, shaking hands. Dad meets the little lad who's scratched. Shakes him at the end. All shaking. Then he meets the big centre half at the end, goes, shakes hands, BAM! Knocks him out.
Oh my god!
And then they just so he's banned from playing a little.
I asked him, can your dad play for like on teams? He's like, you can't play.
But he's allowed to at David English.
Yeah.
Please don't know that.
So, to be fair, he looks different now with the grey hair and it's long now. But
it's absolutely cool. Like, whose idea was it to have them line back up and shake hands?
Yeah, that is such a bad.
I remember when he said it, he went, I couldn't believe my luck.
He said
this guy's literally stood there with his hand out like that, just
I think sympathy votes.
Yeah. I think
I
think that's the one that would win, but it's that.
No, lads. Let's pick top. Let's be subjective here.
Silent.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's a sick story.
Yeah, I'm going for the story about.
But you weren't actually there.
Next one.
Who's got a better dad and you put them up against each other? Oh no, I didn't mean. No, not my dad.
What's the best age to become a dad?
It's not being funny. 5 people with 2 dads.
That's actually so crazy.
It is.
It's between Matt,
Obviously.
and me.
Oh, it's got to be.
I'm trying to think about it in my head.
I'm just trying to think, is there a good age?
I think that's a great age.
What was the question?
What's the best age to become a dad?
I reckon 32. Right? Because then you're just turning from early to mid 30s.
How old's the
Just going.
missus at that point? About 15?
Ideally half. You've had your 20s, you've enjoyed your time, you've had your early 30s. So
now it's time
31.
to be miserable.
Now it's time to say, do you know what, put that pint down, pick up that bottle of milk, and then go get the pint after. No, it's one of those where you're actually, it's late enough that you can enjoy yourself, but early enough that when the kid turns 20, if you're still kicking around, you can go for a drink and enjoy.
The equivalent of 9 p.m.
And once you get to the age of between like 50 and 55, your kid needs to be independent so that you can go do your own thing. If you're having a kid in your 20s, it's probably too young. If you're having a kid in your 40s or 50s, well, you're going to be looking after it. Just around about before your retirement age, you're never going to get to enjoy yourself.
Yeah. I was thinking, to be fair, closer age, so I'll try and be a bit different. I'll go either like
21 and a half.
I'll go like I'll just go a bit younger. I'll say like 30, if not like 29.
I think 29.
My answer was also 29.
29, I think.
Yeah.
The reason I'd go with him.
That's
is
such a good age.
A lot of the time, you're in a relationship, you might have a kid, and then you or your partner might want another one. And if you're doing that again when you're 32, then you're getting a bit.
You get them out of the way before you're late 30s. So before 37.
How many have them? Even 3 and 5 years.
Yeah. It's possible.
It is possible,
I have
but
one at 29 and then 30.
What if she?
Also,
What if she wants 3?
You don't want to be too old, like when they're growing up, to like do stuff with them.
Yeah. So between 30 and 37.
I mean,
What's the
like,
gap between you two?
4 years. All of our symbols were 4 years, 4 years, 4
If
years,
you look
and then 8 years.
if you look at most siblings, they're all pretty much in between.
What's the
5,
difference
6 year
between you
gap.
two?
Quarter of an hour.
What about you and Chris?
9 years, I think.
Yeah,
That's kind of long, right?
And yours 9 years and a quarter an hour.
He was.
He came out second.
I think I'd have to go for ties.
I think.
But like
So I didn't even give it. I gave a
Yeah,
full
wait, what's your reasoning?
I gave
Just
a
give
full,
my reason.
a full explanation, and you went.
Explanation.
I gave a full
Explanation.
The difference is Ty got the right answer.
Yeah. You went too
This, I
hard.
don't see this as a logical problem. I see it as such a mathematical equation.
Well, when you have a kid and you're 32 and I have one at 29, so
Yeah,
it's laughing
in
there.
my 30s, and I'm enjoying my life, and you're at home.
Yeah. But I think like
How are you going to play
That
football on a
wasn't-
Sunday morning when you got a kid rocking around?
Lewis does it.
Lewis does
Yeah,
it every
and
week.
because his missus looks after it.
Well, what do you think mine's
Well,
going to
Mate,
he's
you can't
he's
do
gonna
this
have a
in
missus.
10 minutes. Come on. Hello, kid.
did you call the baby it?
Yes, it.
It has a name.
What gender? And what
No,
name?
we don't give it a gender. When it turns 16, you can choose itself.
Oh no.
When it turns 16, you
No,
can't
no chance.
Well, according to you, when it turns 16, it's having a baby with you.
Ideally.
With him?
Oh, not my own
Yeah,
one.
32, isn't it?
Okay, right, we'll move on to that.
Yeah,
So 29
I think we
wins.
agree.
Yeah, I think Ty wins.
Right, next
You
one.
boys better get cooking. You're nearly 29 anyway.
Yeah, you're
That's actually a good
Well,
point.
no,
You need to get
What are
on
you,
the
26?
blower.
Yeah, you're 27, so in 2 years you're going to have a kid.
Yeah, when,
Bollocks!
There's no.
Hey, I'm
Out
saying
of wedlock.
I'm saying this is the best age, not saying I'll follow the
when's your
rules.
birthday? Is it
December.
December.
Yeah, December
So it'll be
2nd.
Oh, it's 2.5 years
yeah.
away.
Is it December 2nd?
Yeah, that's better than you.
Yeah,
I don't even know what month yours is.
Oh, I'm just trying to, get that title.
It's
You
in.
literally came to Butlins for our birthday.
Yeah.
I don't know what month
And you're
that was.
26.
November the
4th, 5th.
I know,
You don't know.
Early November.
November 6th.
Fuck. Wait, it's only because I took out the first two options for you.
No, I
took out the 4th and 5th.
No, because we went for the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and they were on the 6th, the last day.
What's the best piece of advice your dad has given you? And it's between Kieran and Matt. This is probably the hardest one.
Glad it
Well,
wasn't
you did
me.
say to me, stop hanging around with that Matt.
Would you be able
kid.
to?
I wouldn't get one for that question.
No.
Fair.
He said, don't stand by the window, he ignored him.
Yeah, I played myself.
Does your dad give good advice?
He told me once, right, this is actually not a joke.
Is this it? Is this your answer?
Oh no, I'm second.
I know, but is
Well,
this
I
your
can't
answer?
steal
To
your
be fair,
dad's bit
it's
of
the only
advice.
thing where you
In
can't
fairness, it
see
doesn't
that.
matter, yeah.
No, he was.
Matt's dad
So
said
this
what
isn't
he
your
wants.
answer.
Yeah, no, but it's not nothing special. Literally, when we were playing football when we were younger, he took me to the park and he showed me the halfway down and he's like, just stand here and when they boot it, run. That was it. He was like, you can't be offside.
And you've ignored that from now on.
You're offside all the
You're the
time.
most offside person I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You spend a lot of time
Yeah, I
offside.
guarantee if you were up front, you'd be worse.
Okay, but I'm not, and you're still offside.
It's this people
No, he's
pass-
leaving everyone
Yeah, but you
onside.
pay the
I'm
most.
a
Yeah, the
second
most people
behind.
onside.
I'm a second behind.
Did your
everyone.
dad teach you how to complain at linesmen as well? So you're always offside, but you never admit it.
No, I'm never offside. That's why.
To be fair, I've seen you yards offside and then go.
The thing is, I'm sorry, but you always feel like you're
Yeah,
offside.
yeah, you're bollocks. You think like all of this.
Yeah, but you always, no, I'm saying
You're
you always
offside a lot,
feel
to be
like
fair.
you're
Fucking
offside.
do it as well.
I'm saying you, I'm agreeing with you.
Good.
I don't need to go.
Why is he living again today?
I'll go for a similar one with a football route. I am going to say it was about being physical, because I'm not a big player. It was about sort of leaving one on the defender, or like the dark arts of football. He said the best one was always on a cold day. Walk backwards and stand on the centre half's toes really early on. Like when you're walking, check at your shoulder. When he stops, keep walking, and then like a massive stomp on.
You play mind games here.
Yeah, a massive stomp on the centre half toes, and then he can't feel his feet for the next 20 minutes.
That is good advice. It makes
That
me
is
laugh. But
very
the
good.
question wasn't about football, which you both are.
That's like mine doesn't count.
That shows like the difference in dads as well. Because your dad, I can imagine him saying that as well.
He told me worse, but it wasn't great advice because he was just getting me hit some of the ones he came up with.
But that's why he wanted to get in a scrap. He wanted you to get hit so he could hit someone.
He said always leave one on the keeper, which has been good. But that ended up, I did that last season. I left one on the
You get
keeper.
carded for that.
And, yeah, but I got kicked in the balls after by the keeper.
Yeah.
And I was on the ground. We both hit the deck. It was I left one on him really well, and as we hit the deck, he went down and his back heeled me. I was like, and then there's a video of me screaming at the linesman like, didn't you see that?
Classic.
No.
Yeah. My dad, if he told you the same thing, after leaving primary school going into secondary school, he He said, make sure you change your boxers every day. Otherwise you'll smell and people will take the piss out of you.
Wait, what? And you weren't going to do it?
No, because obviously I was probably going
But
to
you smell anyway.
But this is the problem.
But you smell
I'm just going
anyway.
to put on the record, I don't remember him telling me that.
Wait,
I
didn't
specifically
it
remember-
stink anyway all through school?
I remember that anyway. I don't know what it was, but he was like, just
Well, must
going
have been
into
like
year
10,
7.
10, 11.
I
Yeah.
thought that was, by that age, you know to do
No,
that anyway.
you know
Why do
that-
you need to be told to do
But
that?
he was making sure, and that's reassuring.
I
You
don't
have to
think,
make
I don't
sure
think that's
with
good
you.
advice.
I don't remember him
He said to
telling me
both of us.
Yeah.
He was like,
Did he though?
Dan, just be here as a witness for
that.
Matt.
Yeah.
Maybe he just told you twice and got confused.
Has he ever got you confused?
Huh? No.
Never.
Never.
No, sometimes.
Definitely at the start.
Well,
He has a good way of telling them apart.
The only time
he
that
says Matt puts his hair that way and Dan looks
the only time it'll ever happen is if they're like on their phone not looking and you'll be like, oh, Dan,
You know
because I've gone upstairs and he's gone down.
Yeah,
or
but that can happen
something.
with anyone.
Yeah, and it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when you're younger, right, and you start wearing like boy pants, right, and then you change.
You mean
Were
boxers?
you wearing thongs
No,
and knickers up
no.
into
You
the-
mean boxers,
No,
right?
Were you wearing something on this?
I haven't finished this story, and you're gonna want to hear.
At what age did
Mate, you weren't part of this
No,
question.
no, I just said, you know when you change from pants to boxers, yeah?
You said boy
You-
pants.
You know what I mean? No, you know what I mean, yeah, right? And you're really young, you're in primary school quite an early age, right? So I don't know when I was like very
So like
young.
the Y fronts.
Yeah,
to the
to
boxes.
the boxes, like year 2 or 3 or whatever, I don't know. Year 5, right? This man right here,
Oh,
Matthew,
this
like,
is such
we're
a
still wearing
lie.
pants. And right, so we get changed.
No one told him
listen,
to
we-
change.
we get changed.
Nah, stop. Wait, Matt, be quiet.
No,
Stop calling them
sorry,
bollocks.
quickly. Is that why your dad had to tell you to change? He was trying to get you to change
This,
it.
and I'm telling you now, before he says it, it's a fictitious rumour.
It's literally there. Right,
It's
so
not happening.
we're all in one big classroom. So there's like 3 classrooms for primary school. All the boys go in one, all the girls go in the other, right? So all the boys always get changed. Like all the boys at this age, like 4 years ago, wearing pants, now wearing boxers. Yeah, for years, refuse to do it. Not only does he take his shorts down, and everyone's going, "Why is he wearing pants?" They wear Lazy Town themed pants. So this bloke's near double digits years old, mate,
Didn't happen.
and everyone's going at him like, "Mate, he's Lazy Town pants for his entire," and he's still scarred
No,
by it
it's
now. you can
absolutely not true, and that is something I can say for
tell.
fact.
I haven't dreamt it.
Yeah,
That
no,
happened.
because it was a fictitious rumour. No one.
I was there.
wearing
Fictitious
boxers.
rumour.
Everyone was looking at
But
my
if he was
pants.
there-
because I knew, so I went. He's wearing Lazy Town
No, because
pants,
it's
and everyone
personal.
was like,
Done in your own profit at school.
You're the one that done him in.
But I knew, I was like, this is, I don't. You
This is
can't
going to ruin his time at school for 5 years.
Is that why your dad had to be the only one that tells
Look,
you about the pants?
Dan
and you get the
shut
update?
his pants twice in the last year. Alright? Yes, you have.
This year?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's true. Coming out now.
That's your dad's
Wait,
pants.
when did he do it?
He shut his pants the other day.
Oh, Dad, what's that smile?
You can't just say you shit. You can't just say something. It didn't happen.
Are you sure?
He's gone. He's done.
You can go around saying that.
Why is he crying? Oh my god.
Oh my god. So he shat himself twice.
So what was the
I actually
question?
forgot what the question was.
Best bit of advice your dad gave.
I think Kieran wins.
Change your pants.
Wait, actually, that's such a great bit of advice.
But he still does it.
Come on, Matt, tell us your shit story.
No, so this wasn't recent. This was like 10 plus years ago. So it was a bit awkward.
Sorry.
We were 14.
I don't know why I did that.
So we were at the dinner table, and it was quite like not a serious dinner, but you know, it's like, how often do you at the dinner table nowadays? We're on a proper roast dinner.
It's very few and far between.
Yeah. A proper roast dinner where everyone just chatting away, and it's very obvious if you leave the table because everyone knows. Right. So I've obviously farted and I've shat myself. Right.
Obviously.
As you do.
I've gone to the downstairs toilet, yeah, and I've taken off my pants to sort it out. But left my pants in there, and put my shorts back on.
You just left them there.
Well, I didn't want to go upstairs and change everything because they'd know I'd obviously shat myself. It's like a little.
He'd be walking.
Yeah, but leave him there.
Yeah,
in those
because I was
pants,
gonna come-
no no
I
shoes.
was going to come back from after.
He'd be walking.
I was obviously 14. I know.
Well, what happens if someone gets?
Yeah, but this
Did you
is
say
my
14?
yeah.
Sorry, quickly.
14's kind of
I
old.
was 14 in my story about the
No, I
drama
must have been
school.
like 12.
No, you know.
Even then,
Come
wait.
on.
That's 2 years into.
I think
upper school,
anything
three-
below
two-
like 8.
Yeah, but anyway, so I've gone back to the dinner table, right? I'm just eating, like, okay, fine.
Sorry, you're in
Feel-
year 9 in
Yeah,
this story.
Just let him
Feel another fart. Oh, I've done it again. And I've had to go again, and obviously it's very obvious at this point. So, right?
We're just trying to
All these pants in the
Yeah,
toilet.
so I've had to get my
Potato.
pants, go upstairs, and then just like wipe it, and then put it in the
Oh.
put a new pair of pants on, and then come back down. And obviously my mum and dad are like, what is going on? Like, why do you keep moving around? It's like obviously I stink as well. So I'm just there trying not to be embarrassed eating my chicken, and then there's like.
Was there a big load of you? Or?
There was just, I can't remember, it must be like 5. I've only got a small, it's only
Yeah.
me, him, Dan and...
So you didn't have like extended family?
No, but obviously at the time, if it was now, I'd be like, oh, my arse is going. But because when you're a bit younger, you know what's a bit awkward.
Yeah.
I was very much like, shit, I can't let I've shat myself.
Was that when your dad told you change your pants? No, when he said every day, he said every 15 minutes.
This is the fact
Obviously we didn't listen to that.
that was before, and you did listen to. Sorry.
Let's wait. I've got.
Multiple 14 years old.
Yeah, there's loads of questions. So like one, it was just your family though. So like if
That's not even that deep.
yeah,
I
like if
know,
it was
I
just
know.
your life, if you were out somewhere, I can maybe understand. But if you was your family, just disappear and go, "I'll need the toilet." Or,
Yeah, but it's one of those things where it's so obvious that
that you just need the
Yeah,
toilet.
but if I went to the toilet, right?
Just a quick heads up, if you need the toilet now, just let us know.
Yeah, no, no. If
Don't
I needed
tell
the
me.
toilet, there's no reason for me to go upstairs, and the only reason would have been to change my pants. And like, why are you going all the way upstairs? And then I literally was in space of 2 minutes, by the way. So I've shut myself, gone to the toilet, come back, just started eating, and I was just,
Oh, nice and relaxed now.
yeah, and it's come out again, and I'm just like, oh,
This would have been class if this wasn't in your house.
yeah.
Oh my god.
then,
Imagine.
yeah.
Has anyone ever had, and this is just the poo podcast now, have you ever done a put someone else's house and it hasn't flushed?
Yeah.
That is criminal. I went, yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
To be fair, actually, I
You
got.
stand there for half an hour. What do I do?
It's
fair,
like when you
someone-
have to do the double flush and they go.
To be fair, someone's come to my house, done a shit in it, blocked the toilet, and like overflowed.
Do you know who it was?
Yeah,
Who?
not me. Do I know who it was?
Do we know him?
No.
Let's try and.
I should probably avoid bum jokes.
So,
Sit
Daz,
back.
what about Daz?
Yeah. So what was the best piece of advice? It was either change your pants or. To be fair, after everything that's been through, I'm gonna vote for that. Because you had a lot-
You had no hope before. I think
you had story time there. You just
yeah,
had a
my,
little
his
story.
was more needed than mine, I think.
Well, by the sounds of things, yeah.
Clearly.
I'll vote for you.
Yours was just
I
stay
was-
on side.
I was
No, his
No, that was his as well.
Mine would be a bit more.
I know both of his were
I
better.
was debating whether to tell that story or not, but I opened a can of worms.
Yeah, that was good.
The fact he was denying it. It's not like no, never happened.
No,
never
you said I
happened.
did it the other day.
You did.
This all stemmed from.
We haven't
you
got to
calling
the
you
bottom of this. You still haven't explained what he did the other day.
Sporticus, didn't it? It's Lazy Town pants.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what-
fine.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
He got upset
Oh,
by
he
his
just
lazy
damn
sound.
proved himself.
Oh, yeah. God, that's
I don't. Wait, I can't wait to see what that looks like in the
Make sure.
podcast if it comes
Yes.
up at all.
Fastest growing podcast in the country.
And you can see why.
Yeah.
Next question. What's something your dad didn't do for you but you'll do for your child? And it's between.
Beater.
Oh, we all thought it. You can't say it.
Dan Locke.
Wait, you've done it twice now.
Thinking of Bee's jeans.
Yeah, I just want. It just stuck in my head from earlier.
Dan Locke and D Rich.
Who's first? Dan Locke.
You
It's
will
down
win if
low.
you
I
push
will
your
win.
trump cards.
I will win.
Yeah.
Turn up.
You don't laugh, you cry. Right.
Yeah,
What's
no.
something that your dad didn't do for you but you'll do for your child?
Sit and do maths homework.
He didn't do it with you.
He's just very good at maths.
He to be fair, he got a U. It's probably saves time.
Whereas I think
Look at him, looking at you.
I'd enjoy sitting and teaching my kids maths.
Oh,
Oh, that's because he loves maths. I actually would enjoy that
I
too.
hate to be
Maths
homophobic.
is a
but
wonderful thing. Maths is a really great thing.
Right, lads,
Great thing.
do it those who are gay.
So get off your F, let's do some math. Math.
You say math?
Math.
Well, I mean, that might be a good answer, but I don't think it's going to win the room.
No, I know his one's going to win, so I just have to say something true.
Ty, ask
Mine
us
would
again.
be I would want him to sit down and do maths and science homework with me.
Oh,
That's not actually it. Mine would be. Oh, it's really sad though.
Can you give it another one?
we have a serious element to this podcast, and we'd like to hear it from other.
Okay.
We should
Well,
probably segue
I didn't
this.
meet him till I was 6, so it'd be in your child's life for the fundamental part years,
That's much better.
early years,
Formative years.
Think about how much math I
He's done well there. To be fair.
that would be mine. What, my dad?
Missed the
Yeah,
first
smashed it,
6
didn't he?
years. Yeah.
I wish I
No
could-
aggro.
No clean up shit. Well, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it was Matt. You'd be getting all that now.
It's down, not earlier.
That was all my questions.
What were you
So,
saying?
Well, who won?
I'm going to vote for Dan Richards.
Yeah, I'll vote for Dan that one just because I think
Yeah, well done,
it's
Dan.
very
Well
important
done.
that maths doesn't.
Thank you, guys.
talk.
Oh wait, you vote him?
I'll vote for you.
Oh, you don't want people to be taught maths?
Well, it's a useless subject.
I would argue it's one of the most important.
No. it's
Everyone uses maths every day.
not. You need basic maths. You don't need intellectual.
Well, he didn't tell you what year was that that he didn't teach you maths.
You can just say you don't need intellectual parallelograms.
Parallelograms.
Yeah.
What?
I was going to say, because what you said was
Parallelograms.
Parallelograms.
English would be nice.
Yeah, you should have got taught that.
Perfect. Well, if you enjoyed this episode of BourneHub, please make sure you follow, download it, subscribe, comment, like anything that you're listening to, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, iTunes.
Rate it 5 stars on Spotify.
Yeah, leave a comment as well. We do like to see
What,
and hear
Spotify?
your thoughts.
Every star is another child saved.
What?
Well, it's 5 stars on Spotify.
All right.
How's it another child
Perfect.
Because
saved?
we donate money.
Children.
Right, see you next time.
Yeah.